On behalf of the faculty and staff, I extend a special welcome to the families and friends of our students who join us to celebrate this milestone. On behalf of the Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering, I want to congratulate our Fall 2020 graduating class. I'm particularly proud of this graduating class who had to adapt to extraordinary circumstances and did it incredibly well, like only Pitt engineers can. They faced the challenge of having to complete this term remotely, including group projects and assignments. Judging by the outstanding work that they all did on their senior design projects, I can only say congratulations on your perseverance, resilience, and inspiring innovation and team spirit you exhibited in these difficult times. You are awesome. The reputation of both the university and the Swanson School will set you apart from others in your field. You're about to begin an incredible journey as you transition from students to alumni and take your first step into a career, research position, or even a pause to decide what comes next. Graduation from college is a time of great joy and anticipation for both students and their families. The next few days will mark the end of years of study and the individual sacrifices, but will also culminate in a set of experiences that will live in your memories forever. Whether you're preparing to enter your profession or continue your education, I hope, upon reflection of your time spent here, you take away a sense of pride and achievement in yourself and in your department. As alumni, I hope you will continue to stay in touch with us and always be proud to be a graduate of the Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering and part of the national family of Pitt engineers. Professor Leonard Casson will now present the outstanding seniors for Civil and Environmental Engineering.
Thank you, Radoslav. Our Fall 2020 Civil Engineering Outstanding Senior is Ivan Min. Ivan grew up on the south coast of England and moved to southwestern PA in 2013 with his family. He's a member of the Brunderhof, an intentional Christian community group that shares everything in common. Ivan is an Amore Scholar with a 3.88 GPA. During his time at Pitt, he was a member of the ASCE survey team, completed a co-op with PJ Dick, and conducted research on aquaponics systems in the Mosquero Center for Sustainable Innovation Lab. After graduation, Ivan is heading down to Lake Mary, Florida to start a job with HBK Engineering in the utility engineering field. Ivan would like to thank all of the amazing CE faculty, especially Dr. Sanchez, for giving him the tools to build his foundation of civil engineering knowledge that he is standing on today. He would also like to thank his identical twin brother Niles for studying engineering at NC State so that he wouldn't be confused for the past 4.5 years. Ivan, the plaque commemorating your achievement as an outstanding civil engineering senior will be mailed to you. Our Fall 2020 Environmental Engineering Outstanding Senior is Trent Greener. Trent was able to achieve placement on the Dean's Honor List for each semester, and he successfully pursued an environmental engineering degree alongside the sustainability certificate. Trent split the vast majority of his time between working on assignments with classmates and playing Frisbee for the Pitt Ultimate team. He was able to accomplish 3 rotations at Langen Engineering, where he earned great experience on a multitude of interdisciplinary projects and grew professionally. He is thankful for the teachers he had, and most importantly, the many friends he made along the way during his time in Benedum. Trent, the plaque commemorating your achievement as Outstanding Environmental Engineering Senior will be mailed to you.
Thank you, Leonard. This year, our graduating cohort selected a faculty member to address the class. I'm proud to announce that our graduates have chosen Professor John Sebastian for this honor. Professor John Sebastian has been a member of our faculty for the past 5 years and serves as the inaugural McCamish Director of our Construction Management Program. Prior to joining our department, Professor Sebastian spent 35 years in the construction industry. He's a Pitt graduate with a Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering and an MBA. His experience has included work across many markets and geographic segments, including work throughout the continental United States, Alaska, Hawaii, the Caribbean, the Pacific Rim. He oversees all of our adjunct professors in the program and currently teaches multiple classes to both undergrad and graduate students. He has recently taken over our senior design class where he gets to work with all of the students in the graduating class. I hereby welcome your faculty speaker, Professor John Sebastian.
Thank you, Dr. Vidic, and good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of the University of Pittsburgh, the Swanson School of Engineering, the Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering, the faculty, staff, and myself, I'd like to congratulate the class of 2020, their families and friends, and welcome you to this graduation ceremony. As Dr. Vidic mentioned, this is my 5th year at the university after having spent 35 years in industry. I've had the honor and privilege of working with the class of 2020 in multiple courses throughout their education here at Pitt. I'm happy to have been selected by the class to share a few thoughts with you. Although honestly, when it came to selecting the speaker, I think the question on the selection form most likely read, "Who is the tallest professor you've had at Pitt?" I know it's difficult to tell virtually, but I'm happy to retain that title. Seriously, I am honored to be selected by the graduates and would like to share a few thoughts with you. First of all, to the graduates, you are all amazing, and I'm glad that I've had the chance to get to know you all. Successfully making it through our civil and environmental engineering program is difficult enough, but you have shown yourselves to be a remarkable group of students, persevering through the unexpected challenges we have all had to face and performing beyond anyone's expectations. You are all to be congratulated and celebrated. Secondly, to the families and friends of the graduates, thank you for your support. I'm sure that your encouragement, love, and friendship have been essential in helping the graduates make it to this day. And graduates, you've made it. The day you've worked so hard for is finally here. Whether your next step is starting a job, attending graduate school, or even if you're not yet sure, and don't worry, I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do. So do me a favor, take a deep breath and take a moment to reflect. You've come a long way in the last 4 or 5 years. You've all worked extremely hard and should be proud of your accomplishments. I'm proud of each of you and the progress you've made throughout your time here at Pitt. I want you to know that Pitt is lucky to have had you to attend here. Thank you for each bringing unique perspectives and experiences which enhance the overall group. Believe in diversity, stay open to new ideas of others, even or especially if they differ from yours. Treasure the connections you've made here at Pitt. Stay connected, stay in touch, network with each other, network with everyone, always. I also want you to know that you all have extremely bright futures. Whether or not you can see it today, I can. So believe in yourself. Be bold, be brave, be confident. Say yes to opportunities. Even if you think you're not ready, do it anyway. Wherever you go, whatever you do, hold true to your values. Be ethical. Do the right thing even if no one is watching. Treat others as you would like to be treated, regardless of how they treat you. Be a continuous learner. Be a generalist. Be curious. Be a sponge. Your education does not end here, does not end today. You are all brighter, better prepared, and more creative than most of the people you will meet or work with. So don't let anyone make you feel that your opinion doesn't matter. It does. Be humble, but don't let anyone intimidate you just because you're young or inexperienced. So teaching everyone in senior design this semester, it occurred to me that it's amazing how such a diverse group of students can come together and form such cohesive teams. Remember the lessons you've learned here. They will be useful to you in the future. So I have to share with you that my proudest moment this year came during senior design presentations when I was watching everyone confidently talking about their projects answering tough questions from faculty and industry professionals, and thinking about how much all of you were going to contribute to society. I think the future is in good hands. As civil and environmental engineers, you all will have the opportunity throughout your careers to directly impact the lives and well-being of the public. And so with that in mind, I'd like to share a quote from one of my childhood heroes, Roberto Clemente, who said, "Anytime you have an opportunity to make a difference in this world and you don't, then you're wasting your time on Earth." So please, use your time wisely, make a difference. Finally, know that wherever you may go, whatever you may do after graduation, I'll always be here for you as a mentor, a reference, or a resource. So stay in touch, and congratulations.
Thank you, Professor Sebastian. Thank you for this inspiring words. A member of the graduating class has also been selected to deliver remarks based on achievements both in and out of the school. It is my pleasure to introduce Katie Dior, class representative for Civil and Environmental Engineering for this graduating class of fall 2020. Katie Dior is the daughter of Wendy and Tom Dior from Dunbar, Pennsylvania. She graduates with a BS in Civil Engineering and a concentration in Geotechnical Engineering. During her time here, she was very involved in Pitt's American Society of Civil Engineers student chapter. She served as a president as well as the service and outreach chair, a mentor for the organization, and a national ASC ambassador. She served as a geotechnical team captain for the Ohio Valley Student Conference competition team, as well as a member of many other CE organizations at Pitt. Outside of CEE, she was a mentor and a member of the Society of Women Engineers for 3 years, and a choreographer and dancer for Pitt Dance Ensemble for 3 years. Katie has received the ASC Region 2 Outstanding Student Award in 2019, as well as the American Bridge Leadership Award for 2019. After graduation, Katie is planning to work full-time with Gannett Fleming here in Pittsburgh in their geotechnical group as an engineer in training. Welcome, Katie.
Thank you, Dr. Vidich. Faculty, staff, friends, family, and most importantly, fellow graduates of the class of 2020. It is such an incredible honor to be chosen to speak to you all today. I want to start out by thanking our University of Pittsburgh faculty and staff, without whom none of us would be sitting here today. You've truly helped to guide and shape our futures. I want to congratulate my fellow fall 2020 graduates and to thank them for allowing me the chance to speak here today as their class representative. Most of all, I want to thank my friends and family, especially my parents, as without their love and support, I would not be here today either. I want to take everyone back to our first semester of freshman year, right after we got back our incredibly awful grades from our first round of midterms. I want to revisit a simple memory that I believe was instrumental in at least my college journey, but I think was extremely relevant to all of our journeys in becoming engineers. I want to revisit the story of Jane and the Dragon, the book that Dr. Bunny read to all of us as freshmen after our first academic beatdown. For those of you who do not know, the story follows a young girl, Jane, on her quest to become a knight. She must develop her skills and learn how to train and fight her own dragons, as no one will train her like the other knights because she is a little girl. Our journey has looked a little differently than Jane's did, but the principle is still the same. We faced statics with Dr. I and learned how to approach engineering problems, which was our first real taste of civil engineering. We faced mechanics, where we learned to be both correct and conceptually correct with Dr. Rizzo. We learned how to use box head with curls and fluids with Dr. Budney, and might have used a little too much Pearl Swirl in our labs in the sub-basement in the process. We even faced senior design with Professor Sebastian, arguably our toughest academic task to date, but have formed some amazing, lasting friendships in the meantime. I believe that the biggest challenge we've faced along our path has been learning how to adapt and thrive in Zoom University, and how to stay connected to our world and to push forward in the new, true digital age. All of these battles have come and gone as we followed our joined paths to becoming the professionals that we set out to become. Our journey through college has been filled with our trials and tribulations in order to train for the big dragon fight, our career. While we split ways onto our own paths after today, we will never forget all of the friends and memories we have made here together at Pitt. We will always remember watching our concrete canoe sink in two halves into the lake, singing Living on a Prayer at Steel Bridge functions, and laughing together at ACE GBMs on late Thursday nights. We will cherish the times that we sang Phineas and Ferb songs in the sub-basement at 2 a.m. building E-Week floats, which we still should have won. Sitting on the 7th floor lounge, having spirited debates about the day's topic, and even just standing in line at Einstein's together, waiting to talk to our favorite employees and spending time with each other while doing it. The past 9 months have taught us the value of each other's company, and our true strength lies within all of us, together. Dr. Casson always used to tell me that our biggest asset as a department was our students. Whenever I first toured Pitt as a high school student, I was truly struck by how kind and willing to help everyone was here at the Swanson School of Engineering. Mr. Rogers taught us as kids to find our helpers and to be a friend of all of our neighbors. In Pittsburgh, Mr. Rogers' true neighborhood, I believe that we fulfill that vision every day. It has become clear to me, especially in the absence from our second home of Benedum, that it truly is the people around you that make the difference. While we all paid for a Pitt education and received it, I truly believe that it was the people here in the Civil and Environmental Department, students and faculty alike, that have helped us to become who we are today. We are all ready to face our dragons and win the day. In the words of Dr. Budney, we have picked up our swords and have faced whatever engineering challenges have come our way. Now it is up to us to carry on and continue to fight and be brave, to help make the world a better place for all of its inhabitants. Not all of your battles will require brute force, but instead, as Jane showed us during her final fight of the book, sometimes it takes kindness, compassion, imagination, and the willingness to be brave to accomplish your goals. We are the next generation of civil and environmental engineers, and our future is bright. We will lead the world into a more sustainable and resilient future. I truly cannot wait to look back on all of your accomplishments in the near future and feel a sense of pride to have known all of you and to have called you my friends. While this is not the ending we had envisioned or hoped for, it has made us who we are, stronger every day, together. Paraphrasing the words of Elle Woods in Legally Blonde, congratulations, class of 2020. We did it. Thank you.
Thank you, Katie. And congratulations on an impressive undergrad career, and most importantly for your outstanding leadership of our ASE student chapter that won many awards, and it was even in the Ridgeway competition finalist. I'm sure that all of these accomplishments you made in the Civil Environmental Engineering Department will inspire your future as an engineer, and I'm looking forward to hearing about your many accomplishments in the years to come. We will now begin the portion of the program where we give individual recognition to each of our graduating seniors. Isabel Lee and Mark Garger will now announce our graduates and their accomplishments.
We begin firstly with those receiving their Master of Science in Civil Engineering.
Soo-Young Gu. Soo-Young plans to obtain a PhD degree after receiving their master's degree. Soo-Young is thankful they were able to make friendships here at Pitt, and they want to say thank you for their parents for supporting them.
Zhenyu Xu. Zhenyu wants to say thank you for the support of his friends and family. Zhenyu wants to say thank you for the patience and kindness of his professors. Zhenyu will go back to China for his new job.
Next, we will announce the graduates receiving a Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering.
Tim Joseph Ellie. Tim has been a part of co-op for a duration of 5 rotations at PJ Dick Incorporated during his 4 years of school. He is excited to graduate and enter the construction industry. He plans on staying in Pittsburgh to continue his professional career, eventually returning to school to obtain his MBA. Tim wants to say thank you for all of the support of his friends and family.
Jacob Stephen Baker. Jake completed 4 rotations with PJ Dick as a project engineer and wants to thank his family for their support. Jake was a captain with the Pitt Steel Bridge team and enjoyed spending weekends welding at U Park with the team. Jake was an active member of ASCE, where he was a part of the executive board, mentorship programs, and intramural teams.
Anthony Bove. Anthony's greatest accomplishment so far is graduating from the Swanson School of Engineering. Anthony wants to thank his friends and family for their support over the years and is excited to begin his career as a civil engineer.
Dustin Brandon Chickus. Dustin has earned a 3.25 plus GPA every semester in the engineering school. He served on the ASCE Executive Board as Community Service and Outreach Chair. Dustin will go on to work for Michael Baker International's traffic team. They were recently ranked 13th in the nation for transportation design. Dustin wants to thank his families for supporting him to reach his dreams. They were the key to his success.
Jonathan Coles. Jono is moving on to pursue graduate education in architecture. Jono would like to thank Dr. Sherrard, Dr. Billich, Dr. Harries, and Dr. Sachs for their contributions to his learning. Jono would like to recognize his grandfather, Joseph Mateza, who graduated from Pitt Engineering in 1960.
Kano Kwan Deng Sofan. Kano Kwan enjoyed solving the challenges presented in the classes she attended. Kano Kwan would like to thank all those who helped her get through the most difficult time in her life while attending Pitt.
Jack Decker. Jack is extremely excited to finish his bachelor's degree after transferring from community college back in 2016. Jack has worked 2 jobs most of his college career and is grateful for the opportunity to finally start his career. Jack would like to thank his friends and family for their unending support, and specifically his mother for her love and patience.
Caitlin Alice Dior. Katie would like to thank Pitt ASC for broadening her love of the field and the opportunity to serve as chapter president. Katie has accepted a geotechnical engineering position with Gannett Fleming in Pittsburgh and plans to start working there in January. Katie would like to thank her parents, grandparents, family, and friends for all their love and support throughout her college career. Hail Pitt.
William Earls. Will would like to thank his family and friends for their support throughout his college career. Will was involved with ASCE and most enjoyed building the E-Week floats and playing on the IM volleyball team. Will was most proud of his presence on the Dean's List and serving in the ASCE mentorship program.
Curtis Michael Fry. Curtis is excited to start his career with Providence Engineering. He would like to thank his friends for all of the great memories made together. He also wants to thank his family for their support.
John F. Guhin. John would like to say thank you to the friends and family who have helped along the way and is looking forward to his next steps. He would also like to thank the Pitt faculty and staff. Finally, John would like to say goodbye to Pittsburgh, a city he has loved to call home for the past 4 years.
Taylor Lynn Hyman. Taylor is excited to begin her full-time position at Michael Baker International as a structural engineer post-graduation. Taylor would like to thank her family and friends for all the love and support they gave her throughout her college career at Pitt. Taylor would lastly like to thank all of the professors that helped her become the engineer that she is today.
Liam Blakesley Hodson. Liam graduates with fond memories of community service with the Civil Engineers and the Varsity Band. He is also proud of the ASCE student chapter and his own technical paper for winning the Ohio Valley Student Conference. Liam would like to thank his family, friends, and teachers for all they have done to help him.
Brian David Hoover. Brian wants to thank all of his friends and family for supporting him throughout his college years. Brian also wants to thank all of the helpful faculty and staff of Pitt. Brian is excited to start working in the engineering field.
AJ Hughes. AJ is grateful for the support of Lauren and Barb, Pitt faculty and staff, and the generosity of the U.S. Army and post 9/11 GI Bill. AJ is excited to begin a career in construction and reclaim his nights and weekends back. AJ wishes his classmates well as they begin their careers and has a ton of respect for all their hard work leading up to this moment.
Catherine Ann Kennebeck. Catherine was able to gain almost 2 years of relevant work experience through multiple internships and co-oping. Catherine also remained on Dean's List for Swanson's School of Engineering throughout her college career. Catherine would like to thank her parents, siblings, and friends for always supporting her.
Justin Mark Comp. Justin would like to thank Pitt ASCE for allowing him to be more connected to his field and for the opportunity to serve as membership chair. Justin's post-graduation plan is to work at Langen Engineering at their Pittsburgh office within the traffic group. Justin would like to thank his entire family, including his mom, Jill, and his brother, Evan, for their never-ending love and support.
David Michael Mack. After graduation, David will begin his new job with Walsh Construction. In the future, David plans to obtain his PE license, and David would like to thank his friends and family for the continuing support over his entire college career.
Adam Daniel Malagari. Adam would like to thank his parents, Scott and Danielle, and brothers Nick and Matt for unwavering support in his education. Adam would like to also thank all of the brothers at Triangle Fraternity and close friends for so many great memories over the past 4 years. Adam will enter the workforce in January 2021 as a project engineer for Ullman Chute Construction in Washington, D.C.
Maya Donju McCann. Maya worked for the site civil team at Langen Engineering and worked on various land development projects in the Pittsburgh area. Maya was a member of Pitt Society of Women Engineers while at Pitt. By her senior year, she was acting as vice president for the organization. Maya would like to thank her friends, family, and mentors for their support.
Mara Elena McConnell. Mara is looking forward to start work at Michael Baker International following graduation. She would like to thank her family and their endless encouragement and support throughout the years. Mara would also like to thank and congratulate her best friends, Haley and Alexis, who are also graduating today.
Cole Allen Joseph McLaughlin. Cole graduates cum laude and has accepted a position with Hensel Phelps Construction. Cole wants to say thank you for the support of his friends, family, and his precious kitty. Cole dedicates his graduation to his late grandfather, Donald Gall.
Ivan Menz. Ivan is heading to Lake Mary, Florida after graduation to start a job with HBK Engineering. Ivan's co-op with PJ Dick was an excellent opportunity to see the construction industry firsthand, and Ivan would like to give thanks to all of the faculty, but especially to Dr. Sanchez for the last 4.5 years.
Sonia Maria Panic. Sonia was on the executive board for ASC for 2 years. Sonia is excited to work for Kimley Horn upon graduation. She also wants to thank her friends and family for their love and support.
Catherine Osawa Paraskiewicz. Katie is graduating cum laude and already relocated to Washington, D.C., where she is starting her career in concrete construction. Katie worked as an undergrad research assistant for Dr. Van Bosch's Concrete Pavements Research Group. Katie was awarded a scholarship by the American Concrete Institute for her work in the concrete industry.
Kenneth Lockhart Pylon III. Trey would like to thank his friends and family for their support, as well as his professors for their excellent classes. Trey would also like to give special thanks to the civil engineering faculty for all the help they have given graduates through their undergrad careers.
John Matthew Rossblock. John is thankful to have been a part of Pitt ASCE for 2 years, but is also thrilled to not be spending his nights in Benedum past his beloved bedtime. John wants to thank his professors and classmates for teaching him valuable lessons in the past 4 years. John is excited to finally graduate and get started working in the land development industry.
Alexis Marie Savinda. Alexis has accepted a full-time position as a staff consultant with Civil and Environmental Consultants, Inc., starting in January 2021. She was a secretary and co-president for Pitt Project Sunshine and awarded as a participating student of Panthers Forward. Alexis wants to give a heartfelt thanks to her family and friends for their endless love and support. She's so grateful to have you all in her life.
Patrick Robert Shore. Pat won the 2020 CAWP estimating competition and will be working as a field engineer with Independence Excavating after graduation. Pat was the president of the Associated General Contractors of America student chapter during the 2019-2020 school year. Pat thanks his parents, Eric and Maureen, siblings Aaron and Casey, and girlfriend Juliana for being his support system throughout his college career.
Stephen Cole Stadahar. Cole would like to thank all of the professors that have helped him during his time at Pitt, including many that have recently retired. Cole completed the co-op program through Pitt and would also like to thank the people that made those opportunities possible. Cole hopes to find a job somewhere in the field of construction to use what he has learned in civil engineering.
Nicole Elizabeth Thompson. Nicole would like to say thank you for the support of her friends and family and hopes to work towards becoming a licensed civil engineer. Nicole founded the Pitt Club rock climbing team. It wants to give a special shout out to Sophia Lev and Eric Vance for bringing this team into being. Nicole wants to thank her Phi Sigma Rho sisters for encouragement and friendship throughout college.
Haley Turkovich. Haley accepted a full-time position with Mascaro Construction starting in 2021. Haley would like to thank her friends and family for their encouragement throughout the years. She would also like to thank her professors and mentors for all their guidance along the way.
Carlisle Turner. Carlisle completed 3 co-op rotations and 3 internships while receiving high grades and 2 merit-based scholarships. Carlisle is a 3rd-generation civil engineer, and she is excited to continue the Turner family legacy. Carlisle would like to thank her family and friends for supporting her during her time at the University of Pittsburgh.
Michael P. Winarzik. Mike plans to work in the Transmission Line Engineering Group at GAI Consultants upon graduation. Mike made many friends and great memories during his time in the Pitt ASCE chapter. Mike wants to thank his family, friends, and girlfriend for their support over the past 4.5 years.
And now, on to those receiving the Bachelor's of Science for Environmental Engineering.
Trent Andrew Greener. Trent completed 3 rotations at Lincoln Engineering and contributed to various types of multidisciplinary projects through his experience. Trent was very involved with the Pitt Ultimate Frisbee Club throughout his 4 years at the Swanson School and acted as captain for 2 years. Trent got to study abroad in Scandinavia for 2 weeks through the Clean Energy Grid Engineering program.
Lila Francis Howard. Lila would like to thank her parents and family for their support in her undergrad career. Lila is excited to begin working full-time for her co-op employer, Tetra Tech, Inc.
Lucas Skelly. Lucas hopes to attend grad school after the pandemic is over. He would like to thank his family, friends, and all of his classmates that have helped him along the way. He would also like to commend the faculty for putting together a fantastic semester given the current restrictions.
Maria Teresa Stupensky. Maria has enjoyed gaining real-world experience, completing her co-op at GAI Consultants. She plans to remain in Pittsburgh to search for employment and apply the skills she's learned in the program. Maria wants to thank her friends and family for their continued support and encouragement.
Thank you, Isabel and Mark. We, the faculty and staff in the department, would also like to acknowledge the family members and friends who have contributed to your success emotionally, financially, and spiritually. They certainly deserve your recognition and thanks. After Sunday's commencement ceremony, you will become Pitt alumni. As you succeed in your professional life, I encourage you to maintain the bonds between you and your classmates and with your Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering through active participation in our many programs and events. Civil and environmental engineers build the human environment, and so you're part of a proud, millennia-long profession. As you build your own careers, you will find that civil and environmental engineers build the bridges, both physically and metaphorically, that help to improve on the human condition around the world. Our best wishes are extended to you, your families, and your friends as you change the world. Thank you to the people who have assisted in the arrangement for today. We thank them for their help in making this a very special event, especially Alicia Grogan and Monica Bell. Thanks to Paul Kovac for technical assistance with this virtual graduation ceremony. Our faculty who had the honor of teaching this outstanding class put their congratulations in the video that follows. But let me congratulate you all on your awesome accomplishments and wish you the best in your personal and professional pursuits. Hail to Pitt. And here, individual faculty, congratulations.
Congratulations, class of 2020. Wishing you the best of luck and a bright future.
I want to congratulate the December 2020 graduates from the Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering. You have survived the pandemic and persevered in order to get your degree. The skills you have mastered to get you through this trying time will also help make you good professional engineers and help you to be adaptable in the workplace. Congratulations again, and be safe.
Congratulations, graduates. I'm pretty sure you will doing very well in the future, no doubt about that. Of course, the career can go up and down, but make sure that your family is always full of joy because of you. God bless you.
Dear graduates, we are so proud of all your hard work and accomplishments, especially during this difficult year. Congratulations to you and your families. Good luck in your future endeavors. Stay safe and please keep in touch.
Congratulations to each and everyone. I'm very proud of you for overcoming all of the hurdles and successfully finish your study. I'm confident that you are ready to take on any challenge ahead of you. Best wishes for a bright future. Stay safe and healthy.
Well, we made it. While some of us thought 2020 would never end, suddenly the end of the semester is upon us, and here we are at graduation. What a unique year it's been. Maybe you spent some of the time figuring out how to cook sourdough bread, or maybe to avoid your roommate during classes, or to connect with family virtually. However you made it, you are now embarking on your future. And as civil and environmental engineers, you're uniquely positioned to figure out how we can use technology to bridge gaps, to connect with people, in person or virtually, and to use our engineering skills to protect public health. I wish you all the best in the future, and that it's bright and open and full of human connection. Congratulations.
Dear CE students, congratulations on these wonderful accomplishments. Best wishes for your career, for your professional life, for your future. Ciao.
Congratulations, fall class of 2020. Congratulations to you and your families. I can't believe it's been 4 years already, although I'm sure that it feels like since March you've added on a master's degree. Enjoy this moment and be sure to tell your family and each of your loved ones how much you care for them. Know that we're here for you, and I'm excited to see how each of you change the world. Congratulations again.
Hello everybody, I just want to congratulate on your graduation. I think it's an incredible success. These are very difficult times. We understand you had to go through extra work and extra efforts to make it happen, but this is going to make you stronger. This is going to make you more competitive, and it's really a great opportunity for us to work with a generation like yours, and we really appreciate you going through these tough times and making it better for all of us. Congratulations again to all of you and your families, and good luck with your future career.
Congratulations on graduation. It's been a crazy year, but we got through it together. I hope you'll take time to celebrate this great achievement with those people that helped you get here, and good luck on your next adventure.
Hi everyone, it's Professor Sebastian. I wanted to say congratulations on your graduation, fall semester 2020, a semester unlike any other. I'm very proud of you all. You've all done a great job. I know you're going to do great things going forward. Stay in touch, and thanks for choosing Pitt.
Hello for 2020 graduates. Congratulations to you for these momentous milestones of your personal achievement. You are on your way to an amazing future. And this pandemic has shown us that we need civil and environmental engineers now more than ever. So go and take on the world. I wish you all the best in your future endeavors.
Graduates, you've done it. I'm so proud of you. You've been tested by the most difficult circumstances. And here you are. You're graduates of our department. I'm so proud of you. I really treasure the fact that with many of you, I actually got to teach you in the classroom. I see that we shouldn't take those sorts of things for granted. And so I really treasure that memory, and I wish you the best in all that you do in the future.